If you want to be successful in real estate today, in today's market, in today's industry, it has never been about the market. It's about what you do. But what you do is driven by one thing: mindset. Yes, your mindset, your thought patterns, your story that you tell yourself is the single most important thing that is going to determine whether you succeed or fail in real estate, whether you stay stuck at doing 5, 10, 15 deals a year, or you go to 30, 40, 50, 100 deals a year. It is driven by your mindset more than anything else. Listen, every real estate market has opportunities. But the only question is, do you have the mindset to see them and take advantage of them? So right now in this video, I am going to share with you how that you can keep a strong, unshakable mindset in today's real estate market. And this is not just for new agents. If you've been a top producer, one of the things that has been surprising to me over the last 3 years as the industry is how many top producers, agents making $400,000, $500,000, $600,000 a year and more, have just gotten robbed to their core by the drop in their income, by the drop in their commissions, by the reduction in number of sales they've gotten over the last 4 years. Now, part of that's the function of that is the function of the market. There's 30% fewer transactions. But the agents that are continuing to grow, that are continuing to prosper in this time, are the ones who've seen the reduction, but they've kept their head right. They've kept their mindset strong and been willing to adapt and shift and go on with absolute certainty and belief, because when your mind goes into chaos, your productivity goes down the toilet. So I want to share with you today 6 strategies, 6 secrets for how to keep your mindset bulletproof, rocket-powered, turbocharged in any market, including today's. So here we go. Okay, secret number 1, declarations. Daily declarations. What you say to yourself is as important as what you do. Because what you say to yourself defines the energy and the certainty energetically how you go into the day and into the activities of what you do. So every day, one of the things that I started doing this when I was a brand new agent, is I started doing daily declarations. And I did them so many times for thousands and thousands of times. I can still remember many of the declarations that I did even back then. I do daily declarations every day now. But I would just say things like, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best, I am the best, I am worthy, I am unstoppable, I am worthy, I am unstoppable. And I would just declare that stuff over and over and over again. And then I would make declarations as I went into my prospecting. As I went into my lead generation, I would go like, you are my next appointment, you are my next appointment, you are my next appointment. And as I'm dialing the phones or as I'm making phone calls, I'm like, you are my next appointment, you are my next appointment, you are my next appointment, you are my next appointment. People say yes to me. People say yes to me. I take a sellable listing every single day. I take one sellable listing every single day. And as I started doing that, it took me from doing 19 deals my first year to my 3rd year in real estate. I took, I think, 92 or 94 listings because this was my declaration. I take a sellable listing every day. I take a sellable listing every day. And I would declare that over and over and over. I am the best. You are my next appointment. People say yes to me. And that what you're doing is you're literally reprogramming your mind. Okay, now this is the crazy thing about this is we're all into technology today, and there's so many things you hear everywhere about technology and AI and all this. My friend, AI cannot replace I am. AI cannot replace I am. It cannot replace who you are and how you show up and how you do your business, because at the end of the day, you still got to talk to people. You still have to be powerful. You still have to have certainty and confidence if you want to convert the deals. So number 1, daily declarations. Number 2, and this was wild. Buckle your seatbelt because it's a little crazy, but this one was super, super powerful with me. So there is this thing that I learned about called the Fiero dance. And the Fiero moment is this moment when you feel this insane sense of triumph. So when you're watching sports, it's when they score the big goal. And they score the goal and people just go like, yes, yes, yes. And they're running around. And this is the signal, universally, the signal of triumph is hands raised in the air with excitement, with energy. Yes, right? So they call it the Fiero moment. And here's what they discovered. And they did this in a study with college students. They put them in a room And they had them stand in the room just like this. Well, actually, before they put them in the room, they did all these, put all these kind of tests on them, and put all the little things on them, and they're measuring heart rate, hormone levels, different oxytocin, dopamine, endorphins, cortisol. They're measuring all these hormones and all the different chemical neurochemistry in your body. And then they ask them a couple of questions. And one of the questions was some questions about gambling, and like, if you had the opportunity to do this, and would you bet this much money for this, and so forth. And so they put them into the room, and then they just had them do this for 2 minutes. Just had them stand with their hands in the air, like in this posture. That was it. And then after that, they took them to the next room and they measured them all again, and they asked them some more questions. And here's what they discovered: that after standing for 2 minutes in this posture, your cortisol levels drop, which your cortisol levels is the stress hormone, right? So it means after standing this way for 2 minutes, their stress dropped. It dropped over 30%, and then they measured them again after every hour, and it stayed down for over 3 hours. Endorphins spiked, oxytocin spiked, all the feel-good hormones, right? The feel-good, the like, yes, all of that went up. Cortisol went down, lower stress. So if you want to get better success, how do you want to do it? You want to have more confidence and less stress, right? How would you like to be in a conversation with a seller, or when you're doing your lead generation or lead follow-up and you're making phone calls, and feel less stressed out and more confidence, more certainty? Well, this is how you do it. Yes. So what I have taught, and I've taught this for years, is that as a real estate agent, when you go on a listing appointment, here's what you should do. Before you go up to the house, get out of your car, stand in front of your car, stand beside your car, and just go like, yes, 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 yes. And just do that for 60 seconds. Yes, 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 yes. Now, some of you, if you're out of shape, you're gonna get breathless after that, but that's a sign that you probably need to exercise more. But when you do that victory dance, okay, I am guaranteeing you're gonna feel more certainty and more confidence. When you walk up to that door and you ring the doorbell and they open it, you're gonna feel more powerful because you did the victory dance. Do it before you go up. I'm not kidding. I guarantee you, your chances of getting the listing will increase dramatically just because of the level of certainty and confidence. You get your blood pumping, you get your heart rate up, you just get, and so your skin comes alive, you look vibrant, you got energy, you just look more powerful. I do this 4 videos. I literally go, yes, 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 yes. Why? Makes you more powerful. It just does. Trust me on that one. Try it. Now, if you're nervous, do it around the corner before you pull in front of the house. That's cool. And do it before you do your prospecting and your lead follow-up. Before you get on the phone, before you make those calls, do that. And you're just going to feel more energized. And that energetic self is going to show up, and you're going to be more powerful. Okay, number 3. Secret number 3 to maintain a powerful, unstoppable mindset in today's market is visualize. Visualizing your goals, visualizing your dreams, visualizing what you want. Now, there are 2 parts to this. One is visualizing the end goals and dreams that I have. The house you want, the car you want, the lifestyle you want, the travel you want, the vacations you want, the things you want to do, the places you want to go, the things you want to be able to support and give to. So there's that visualization of every day putting into play the law of attraction, believing that this is what I want, this is what I'm going to get, this is what I'm going to achieve, and visualizing it with gratitude as if you've already achieved it. Okay, I'll do more videos on this later, but right now I just want you to understand the power of visualization with that. The other is that visualizing what you want, not what you don't want when it comes to your business. So in other words, winners are the ones that focus on what they want. They don't focus on what they don't want. So if you find yourself obsessing over the interest rates and over the lawsuits and over the lack of inventory or over the reluctance of buyers and reluctance of sellers and buyer hesitation, instead of focusing on that, focus on believing that you're going to find a motivated seller today. Instead of focusing on the negative things happening in the industry or in the market or in your business, focus on what you want. Focus on this, and this goes right along with the declarations. Right? Your declarations are where you're reprogramming the story, and then you visualize, you actually see it as if I'm walking out of this house. When you get a listing appointment, you visualize yourself walking out of that house with a listing. Do not sit there and visualize like, I hope they don't ask me that objection. I hate that objection. How long have you been selling real estate? How many homes have you sold over $1 million? don't sit there and obsess over that. I'm going to give you the key to handling that part of the mindset in the next one. But focus on what you want. Focus on finding sellers that you can serve today and listings you're going to take this month, and just visualize it. And visualize 4 new listings on your board this month, or 6 new or 10 new listings on the board this month. Focus on what you want, not what you don't want. Stop obsessing over the negative and start focusing on the positive. Okay, number 4, and this one is so critical, and this is going to be the one you don't like. Practice. If you want to get more confidence, you want to get a stronger mindset, you have to practice more. And that means you got to get better at what you do by role playing every day. Listen, this is the best way. The best way to get more confidence, more certainty, to have a stronger mindset is to get better, right? If I want better confidence, have better skills. And the way you get better is by practicing. It's the only way you get better. Deliberately practicing. I've learned this is true in sports, it's true in playing piano, it's true in performing arts, it's true in mixed martial arts, it's true in anything. The way you get better is you train, you practice over and over. I took up pickleball last year, and here's what I know. The more I practice, the better I get. The more I practice, the better I get. Playing is awesome, but practicing and drilling is where the real leaps in proficiency come. And when you get more leaps in proficiency, more competence, more skill, guess what comes with it? More confidence, a stronger mindset. Now listen, I'm gonna tell you something right now. Social media is inundating you with magic bullet, big promises like, all you need is this one software or this one program to get you 3 or 4 extra listings a month or whatever it is. They're making huge promises, and we click and we click and we click. Here's the problem. No matter how good that lead generation process is, or how many leads they can deliver you, at the end of the day, the one question is, can you lead them to a decision? You still got to talk to people. You still got to get in front of them. You still got to have to handle their objections. You're still going to have to be able to walk them through a process that makes them go like, okay, where do I sign? And that comes down to your mindset. Can you inspire confidence in them? Can you make them feel confidence in you? Can you overcome their objections to make them go like, okay? Can you give them the certainty that makes them say, you're the one we want to hire? Can you do that? And that comes down to getting better at having these conversations. Mastering the process of on the phone, prospecting, lead follow-up, objection handling, in the listing appointment, when you're in conversations, is getting better at that. So here's what the key is. Practice, role play every day. You should be role playing it. You should be role playing every day. Okay, this is the one thing I did that catapulted my business between my 2nd and 3rd year was I started role playing every day. Every day, 30 minutes to an hour every single day. And what you want to get is 4 or 5 different role play partners. And I know that's hard, but here's the deal. It will change the game for you. You look at every high performer that you ever see on TV in sports, music, acting, guess what they do? They practice hours and hours every day. Your goal is not to be comfortable, my friend. Your goal is to be elite. But the way you get elite is get comfortable being uncomfortable. Okay? Get comfortable being uncomfortable. And it's like role playing was not comfortable. But it was in that I got comfortable so that I could get into a real conversation, which was uncomfortable, with talking to a seller, but then it became comfortable because your skills get so powerful and so elite. So if you want to have a stronger mindset, have a stronger skill set. A stronger skill set leads to a stronger mindset, because the more you practice, the more competent you become, the more confident you become, the more unstoppable you will become. Number 5, the 5th secret. The 5th secret to a strong mindset in today's market is what I call the Edison approach. The Edison approach. And that's this. Every call, every conversation is just an experiment. One of the biggest fears that real estate agents have is the fear of rejection. I hate people hanging up on me. I hate people telling me no. I hate getting yelled at, all that kind of stuff. Well, here's how you look at it. And this really changed the game for me. It's just an experiment. Because when they asked Thomas Edison, as he is trying to invent the incandescent light bulb, and they said, don't you get discouraged or frustrated after failing 10,000 times because they had heard about all the different experiments he had done and trying to find incandescent light bulb, crack the code of that. And he's like, nothing worked. But they're like, don't you get discouraged after 10,000 failures? And he said, I have not failed 10,000 times. I've simply learned 10,000 things that did not work. Which means he didn't look at it as a failure. He looked at it as an experiment. He looked at it as like, I am gonna get there. I am going to find the path. I'm going to crack the code. And this is just an experiment. So every person that you talk to, it's not pass or fail. It's not win or lose. It's not, it's not get accepted or rejected. It's an experiment. I'm just doing an experiment to see if this is the person that I can help sell their house. That's it. It's just an experiment. And so I just approach it as, this is just an experiment. So if they say no, it's just, okay, well, no big deal. It's just an experiment. There's no failure. There's only experiments until I win. And I'll just keep experimenting, and keep experimenting until I win. And my guarantee is if you're willing to keep in the game and you go in with that attitude, with that mindset of certainty, of visualizing, of making the declarations, of doing the victory dance, of training and practicing every day with role play, getting better and better and better, then all you're doing is just experimenting like, how's what I'm doing working? So how do you keep a strong mindset today? Just with that. And you do these 5 things, markets are going to change. Markets will come, markets will go. Interest rates are going to go up, interest rates are going to go down. But if you master mindset, if you master your head, these 6 inches of real estate between your ears, if you master your own story of what you say to yourself and about the market and about sellers, you master that, you will never be at the mercy of the market again. This is one of the things that I can help you do. I can help you get your mindset stronger because your skill set, your strategies, all of that, the better it gets, the better you get, the more confident you get, the better, more confident and the more powerful the results are. And I want to invite you to join me for a free live training that I'm doing called the Real Estate Agent Revolution. The Real Estate Agent Revolution. It is what agents are doing that is succeeding today and how to win in the changing market that is happening. I'll put the link in the description of the video below. So make sure you click on that link, register for my free live training on how to win the real estate agent revolution in 2025 and beyond. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Make sure you're subscribed. If it's your first time here, post any questions or comments that you have down below so I can answer them. And I can also help me know what videos you want next. Go out there with a strong mindset, a strong skill set, and win.